Alright, so I just watched a video and a dude asked, he said, why y'all stop going to church? Why have men stopped going to church? I'm going to tell you why I stopped going to church. One, I couldn't afford it. I can't afford to pay the church 10%. Of what I didn't have, I've always been somebody who just didn't have a lot of money. One time I went to church and it was, I went to this, one church was small. I like small churches because my uncle used to be a preacher and I love small churches. And what they did was they went and bought a new church. It was a bigger building and brand new, and he and the pastor asked for tithes. And he was like, "Come on, we got to pay for this church somehow." And I was like, "You have to pay for the church. I don't have to do nothing." So that was the last time I went to that church. I can't do the whole. I couldn't do it. I mean, shoot, a couple points in my life, I was looking around the house for pennies just to buy a bottle of water. Like, serious. So I can't afford it. I can't afford it. And every time I walk into church, I got to pay you something. For Bible study, I got to pay for it. Okay, fine. I'm not going to be at church. I'm not going to be there. Another reason is it's full of women. Now, you would think that that's bad. No, you think that that's good for a single man to go to a church and it's full of women. Nah. No. No place that's full of women is good for a man. It just isn't. Because women are very judgmental. And they're going to look at you up and down, and you're automatically looked at as, what can we get out of you? Not what can we give to you? What can we get out of you? And when you don't listen, the average guy, average looking guy, I'm an average looking guy, the average guy, the average wage of a man is like 42, 42 grand. We don't make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? This the average guy. And when you listen to a lot of these, women and talking about what they want a guy who makes 100K or more in the state of Ohio. It's just like, wait, what? We don't live in California, or LA. You want somebody who lives in the Midwest to make 100 grand or more. It's like, have you even went on the job market or Indeed or LinkedIn and looked at what some of these people make? They don't make, people make 50 grand, 30 grand, you know what I'm saying? That's the average of what people are making. But these women want you to make this whole. Then when they start to talk to you, they're grilling you about pretty much about what they can get out of you. So where do you work? It's like, why you're being interviewed is what it is. How many kids do you have and all this other stuff, and you're just like, I don't want to talk to you no more because I don't make a lot of money, and I don't want to feel down that I've been out here getting rejected and fired, and then trying to work for temporary jobs and then fired after 2 weeks. And these, the women are coming on to you, and then they find out that you don't have a stable job, but you're busting your butt in the middle of the night. You're up at 3 a.m. just to go work at some rinky-dink factory and dig through garbage or, shuffle dog food and stuff like that. So all of that. Oh, this could be a good guy. It all turns against you all at once. It's a wave of rejection. As soon as they listen to your stats, it's like they all just, and you just feel like crap because you're trying so hard, and you can't. You're trying to get $8-9 an hour. This is 20 years ago. So you're just trying to, do that even now, get a job that's, $10 an hour that'll put you above the poverty line, but you're getting fired and rejected. And then you have a group of women, your own color, just pretty much saying you're not any good to us at all. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Y'all can have that. And I'm doing better now, but still, I don't want to live up to your standards. I don't want to live up to some woman's standards of, I flip refrigerators. That's what I do. Sometimes I have a good month. Sometimes I don't. That's what I do. I flip appliances. That's what I do. If you don't like it, so what? I'm doing fine. I got my own place. I got a couple trucks. I got my tools. I got my health. I'm drinking water. I eat out if I want to. I'm cooking. I clean my own spot. That's the way you guys got to be. You guys got to start being healthy within yourself and stop trying to live up to somebody's standards because it will kill you. You will never, ever reach these people's standards. Whatever is in these people's minds, you're never going to be that person. And just don't worry about it. Just be you. So yeah, that's why I stopped going to church, because I just couldn't take it. And it was hard to find. It's hard to find somebody who's just real with you. Plus, another reason why I stopped going to church is because it's fake. It's fake. It's people up there dancing around and strutting around. The brothers are hitting on every girl that comes into church. Every female that comes into church, brothers are trying to get on her. Even your woman, brothers trying to get on. It's like, wait, what is this? Sodom and Gomorrah? The way the people dress. You have people coming in there acting and dressing any old kind of way. You're playing secular music in the church. It's a place that's supposed to be holy. It's supposed to be the temple of the Lord. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like, you need to go read the book of Leviticus and how God looked at his temple. Also, how God would tear a temple down if he didn't like it. Like, there's a lot of stuff y'all doing and has nothing to do with God. Nothing to do. The women coming here in short skirts, tits and ass all out just for everyone to see because they're trying to get a man. It's just bad. It's terrible in the church. And then the preachers like Creflo Dollar saying he was wrong about tithing, but he doesn't want to apologize. Yeah, preachers asking for $68 million to buy an airplane. Like, this is why I like the small churches back in the day. Because the preacher wasn't a rock star. You can walk right up to the preacher and get some prayer and get a good word. Nowadays, people are prophesying and it ain't prophecy. God told me to tell you. And then the prophecies that it's supposed to have is so vague, it's not talking to you. Here's the thing. If you read about Jeremiah and all of these prophets, what they spoke of was very, very, very specific. By the end of the day, you and your sons will be with me. You and your sons. This is what was told to Saul. By the end of the day, you and your sons will be dead. That's very specific. It's none of this, God told me that he's going to do this by you. He's going to do that by you. And there's going to be a pouring down of the, and it's like, man, God didn't tell you that. Your pride told you to say that God told you that, and he never told you that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not really talking to me. You're going on TikTok and saying this to just the general populace. That's who's listening. You're fake. You're a fake. You speaking in fake tongues. You're a fake preacher. You don't read the word. You don't study the word. You don't read it. You don't read about, these, you don't want what happened to these prophets and what happened to the disciples to happen to you. God said that these, things are going to happen to you. It ain't going to be right. It's going to be rough on you. Y'all don't want none of that. Y'all want to go to church, dress up, pretty and everything. You don't want, the Romans to come in and, tie you to a light post and light you on fire. You know what I'm saying? That's not what you want. You don't want to die how all of the disciples died. How do you think they died? Of old age? Paul died, he got his head cut off because he was a Roman who said that emperor wasn't king. He said, he said Jesus Christ is king. Okay? He got his head cut off for treason. You guys don't want none of that. They were tarred and feathered. They were torn apart. They were boiled. Y'all don't want no part of that. Read the last book of Martyrs. Just read the last book of Martyrs, and you'll see how they all got tore up. One of them was crucified upside down. Peter. Y'all don't want no part of that. Jeremiah was thrown in jail. They said he was trying to leave the city when they were being attacked by King Nebuchadnezzar. King Nebuchadnezzar came to attack him. he was going somewhere, getting ready to leave the city gates, and they was just like, "Oh, you're trying to leave us. You're trying to desert us. Lock him up." And they locked him up. You know, they locked him up. It's just like y'all don't want no part of that, but y'all want to look pretty and then dance around and do that little dance. Y'all are the fakest people on the planet. You know that has nothing to do with God. Y'all want to get in y'all little suits and whatnot, and then and another thing, the mother of the like the mother of the church, like honor the mother of the. It's just like the you're supposed to honor the pastor. You know, pastors aren't being honorable. Y'all just as wicked. Y'all doing wicked things. Y'all stealing money. Y'all messing with the little girls. Y'all wicked. Y'all doing some wicked stuff. Y'all want people to buy you all this stuff. It's like, no, I don't honor none of y'all. I don't honor none of y'all and the stuff that y'all. I can't do it. You know, and you name the church. You know, you try to be some kind of hierarchy in the church and sit there like you're some pompous, you know, instead of being humble, you know, and you know, like there are no more foot washing services. You know, they're not. There's nobody's humble in church. Everybody's full of pride and wants to sit up front and peacock and who they are and all this other. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. Like you people are not reading the same Bible I'm reading. Because every time somebody who's supposed to be in a position to help people, who got into their pride, who got, you know, haughty, got full of spirits like that, they got their asses handed to them. Like the Lord put them on their face real quick, and sometimes he killed them. You know, you people getting up there and lying and blaspheming and whatnot, saying God did this and God did that, when God's, you know, or you're trying to add to the Bible, and God says don't add to the Bible. You're trying to add words to the Bible. God says don't do that. Don't add or take away. Whoever adds or take away, you know, you'll be added and taken away from them. I mean, God just says this is a lot of things. And then another thing is, you people will go to church, but the Saturday before that, you people will be out at the club, hunching on little 21-year-old women, or and the women are, be out there drinking and smoking. And don't judge me. You know the word says that you should judge people. You're here to judge the world. That's what you're here for. You're here to judge the world. You know, and I ain't innocent, but I don't act like I'm something I'm not. And that's the biggest thing with going to church. There are people in the church who are acting like there's something they're not. Nobody wants to be humble and get on their knees before the Lord. Nobody wants to cry out and spare not. Nobody wants to be a complete blessing. You think because you gave somebody some money that you're being a blessing to them. Oh, I'm being you're not a blessing to them. You're not. A lot of you people are filming yourself giving money to somebody, you know, on the street. Oh, look, everybody, I gave money to this person. The Lord says, don't do that. He says, do what you do in secret. Because if you do that, then you just got your reward. God says you just got your reward. You pride and gratitude from other people. That's what you wanted. You wanted other people to see you. Hey, everybody, I did this. Boom. That was your reward. God's not going to reward you for that. He just doesn't do it. Do what you do in secret. Pray in secret. A lot of you guys want to walk around with your hands all up and like you're all holy. Listen, there's nothing wrong with praising and worshiping, but God says worship him in spirit and truth. And a lot of people aren't doing that. You walk around, you want other people to see you, you know, you're not even worshiping. You're just standing there with your hands up. You're not praying to the Lord. You just want people to see you acting like you're something you're not. It's just like people are terrible. You know, and once again, and another thing, the music that you listen to, you're not listening to gospel music. You're listening to gospel R&B. You're not listening to the true worshiping in spirit of the Lord. You're listening to people you can't tell who they are if they were in the mix of people who were from the world. You can't tell. You can barely, they're using the same beats. This is not of God, because God. Listen, what does the light and the dark have to do? God is a God of light. You know what I'm saying? They have nothing to do with each other. That's what the word says. What does light and the dark have to do with each other? So the music is even all convoluted, and you think you can play Beyonce in the church, and then I feel sorry for a lot of these people with the tingling ears. And another thing, you can't tell, especially black women, you can't tell black women anything. You can't tell black women how to dress. Well, why don't you buy me a dress then? No, a lot of you black women are working. You have money. Go out and buy proper uh, church gear. And we're not even going to get into when church should even be had, what day it should be had on, and, or the color of God and just stuff like that. We'll just stay away from those things. But let's just get with the basics. A lot of you women who come to church adorned and not even dressed modestly. You coming in with stuff that, these pants, why are you wearing pants? Why do you have those pants on? Why? Why is there makeup even on your face? Oh, I just put a little blush in. No. Scriptures. Read the scriptures. You're not supposed to have that on. Why do you have lipstick on your face? Why is there earrings in your ears? No, listen, a lot of y'all celebrate Christmas. You go home, you go and cut down a tree or get a fake tree and put the tree in your house. And the scripture says, do not do this. Do not put a tree in your house. You are worshiping another God. I'm finished. I'm out.